Appreciating, of course, the presence of Mr. Femi Adesina, our media distinctive presidential persona. Welcome, sir.
Using robotic is moving internet of things. The idea of this, whoever is trying to design the operation of measurement and control in line with what's in this regulation. So the staff needs this knowledge in order to be able to design and fabricate machines that are in the next generation and next industrial revolution. It is a summary of the different population of this. And this is the latest in the world, not only in this region, but this region.
Great, those are very meaningful insights. Thank you very much.
When this possible. Next. We have specified what we needed, some years in design, some companies take from Japan, some from US, but fully as to go in it. Your Excellency, this is virtual reality. Now,
be my friend. You do your job very well. Wow,
Please, we'd like to respectfully ask that everyone moves forward to fill all of the seats to the lines that, with the assistance of protocol and ushering, you're allowed to fill up. Thank you. Please, let's be certain that the seats reserved are reserved, but every other seat, please fill up the seats in front. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yes, we are going to be one of the teachers. And the teachers are also content. We are going to be taking the teachers.
His Excellency would be arriving the venue in a couple of minutes, having concluded the facility tour of the now commissioned Muhammadu Buhari Technology and Innovation Complex. And as he comes in, I'm sure there shall be a rousing applause, welcome, and celebration of a presidential celebrant. Because more than anything else, not just as Mr. President, but as a chairman of the Naseni Governing Board, today is a day of high celebration and presidential congratulations. A special guest of honor in the company of their excellencies, executive governors, Nasarawa, Kebbi, Sokoto State, the Honorable Minister, Host Minister of the FCT, His Royal Highness, the Emir of Lafia, Milord, Justice Sidi Bagay, retired CFR. We also have with us Chief of Staff to Mr. President, Professor Ibrahim Agbola Gambari, CFR, OCORT, all of the referenced excellencies that shall be coming in. We already mentioned the chairman of the Senate Committee on Science, Technology, and Innovation, Dr. Mrs. Uche Lillian Ekodife Iyom, all of the referenced excellencies, executive governors, Senate presidents, His Excellency, the distinguished Senator Ahmad Ibrahim Lawal, PhD, GCON, President of the Senate, Chairman of the National Assembly of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and let's celebrate today His Excellency, President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR. Please put your hands together and make it a celebration. Naseni. Naseni, it's not good enough. Please, it should be louder. The national anthem, Federal Republic of Nigeria. Nigeria's home, obey. With love and strength and faith, the labor of our heroes past shall never be in vain. To serve at night, one nation bound in freedom, peace, and unity. One nation bound in freedom, peace, and unity. And we just take the first line of the national prayer. O God of creation, direct our noble cause. Do we have a national amen? You may be seated. Thank you. Your Excellency, today we celebrate what for Nigeria and what for this agency of global representation, our National Agency of Science, Engineering, Infrastructure in the Federal Republic of Nigeria, today commends by this significant official commissioning of the Muhammadu Buhari Technology and Innovation Complex, a statement of global reference from a position of federal capital definition. Nigeria is ready 4.0 for the fourth industrial revolution. And this has been chairmaned by His Excellency, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Federal Republic of Nigeria, who today, as a president, is a celebrant, the Chairman, Naseni Governing Board. Your Excellency, even as we welcome and celebrate, congratulate you, we welcome along with you their Excellencies, your distinguished entourage here, the Excellency, Distinguished Senator Ahmad Ibrahim Lawal, PhD, GCON, President of the Senate, Chairman of the National Assembly of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. We'd also like to properly acknowledge here today the presence of the hosting minister of Federal Capital Territory, Naseni's home base, Malam Mohammed Musa Bello, CON. Executive governors of Nasarawa, Kebbi, Sokoto State, and in particular, I would like, first of all, to make reference to His Excellency, Chairman of the Governors Forum, Executive Governor, Sokoto State, His Excellency, the Right Honorable Aminu Waziri Tambuwal, PhD, CON. We'd also like to acknowledge here with us, Executive Governor of Kebbi State, Distinguished Senator Abubakar Atiku Bagudu, CON. We'd also like to acknowledge with us the representation of the Executive Governor of Nasarawa State, Engineer Abdullahi A. Sule, represented by Honorable Yusuf Mengua, SSABJ. Please let's put our hands together and appreciate him. Here today as well, Royal Highness Milord Justice Sidi Bagay, retired, CFR, the Emir of Lafia. We'd also like to acknowledge today His Excellency, Chief of Staff to the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Professor Ibrahim Agbola Gambari, CFR, Okoi. We have with us as well the Chairman of the Senate Committee on Science, Technology, and Innovation, Dr. Mrs. Uche Lillian Equinefe Iyom. Please a round of applause as we appreciate her. In recognizing all of the representation here today, we continue in the protocols. Today being hosted by the distinctive Naseni CEO, not just the CEO, the Executive Vice Chairman, Chief Executive, National Agency for Science and Engineering Infrastructure, in the person of Engineer Professor Mohammed Sani Haruna, FNSC, FAENG, FIET. Yes, indeed. The Naseni team celebrates their own. Celebrates him as having done for Naseni what in the history of Naseni has never happened before, a presidential visitation. Today is your day. Today is your celebration indeed. Yes, indeed. I'm sure you want to make it louder. 3 hearty Agbosas, Naseni. Well, Naseni puts it one way only. Ask us first. And you have taken first position today. It said, those who ask will receive. So you have received the presidential visitation, the helicopter arrival of His Excellency, the President. Well, we shall go on with other protocols, but right now I'd like to invite, without further ado, for his welcome address, none other than the celebrating Executive Vice Chairman and Chief Executive of NASENI, the Professor Engineer M.S. Haruna. Congratulations, sir.
Very much. أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. Your Excellency, President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and also Chairman, NASENI Governing Council. Your Excellency, distinguished Senate President, Senator Ahmed Lawan, here ably represented by Senator Uche Lilian Ikunufe, who is also the Chairman, Senate Committee on Science and Technology. Your Excellency, Honorable Akinremi, the Chairman, Science Research. Your Honorable, my sister, Honorable Benny Lar, the Chairman, House Committee on Science and Technology. Our host, the Honorable Minister of FCT, my brother, my colleague, my associate for over 40 years, Malam Mohammed Musa Bello, the Honorable Minister of Water Resources, a professional colleague and lover of NASENI activities. My immediate boss, the Chief of Staff to the President, all my mails have to pass through you. Thank you for being here today. The representatives of the governors that wanted to be here, we understand the campaign is at its peak. That's why they cannot come here. You are all acknowledged. Chairman, Fiscal Responsibility Commission, a comrade in his own right, MB Shehu, we are happy to have you. The past, current, and even the world president of World Engineering Council, Engineer MB Shehu, that is here with us, and the past and present Koren and NSC presidents, you are all recognized. My colleagues, your Royal Highnesses, gentlemen of the press, you are all welcome. It is with great pleasure and uncommon happiness that I have the honor of welcoming Your Excellency Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, the Chairman of NASENI Governing Board, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, to the headquarters of NASENI. It is overwhelming and unusual to welcome you to your own house because it's your home. Your Excellency, Mr. President, my chairman, you are the first and the only head of government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria to have ever visited any facility of NASENI in the 31-year history of the existence of the agency. This is a demonstration of your commitment to the deployment of science, technology, and innovation to the center stage of Nigeria's socio-economic activities. You have already demonstrated a departure from commodity-based economy and leading prioritized innovations and invention towards manufacturing and knowledge-based economy. The current and future generation of science and technology family, NASENI staff, and indeed Nigerians will remain indebted to you for your courage and political will of ensuring application of rule of law in strategic implementation of all administrative, structural, and financial provision of the Agencies Establishment Act in line with the passion of similar agencies across the globe, particularly the Asian tigers. Your Excellency, a fruit of your Excellency's transformative leadership of Nigeria and Naseni in particular is this edifice that has just been commissioned today. It consists of a 4-floor, 3-story building housing the following state-of-the-art facilities: virtual reality laboratory, virtual manufacturing laboratory, high-power computing laboratory, fourth industrial revolution laboratory, prefabricated laboratory, an integrated virtual private network control center that link all the Naseni Institute across the country. It has 64 offices and many other modern facilities. We are implementing a number of joint venture technology agreements that will lead not only to domestication of advanced technologies, but also income generation for the country. We have recently incorporated a technology transfer and profit sharing limited liability company with a Nigerian corporation called SPEN to accelerate financial inclusion in Nigeria in line with the Central Bank of Nigeria's agenda, using this advanced disbursement tool, which has been tested and trusted, presently in use in 11 different countries. We will, inshallah, invite Mr. President to launch the Naseni Spend Limited disbursement platform and consumer app for the benefit of Nigerians in due course. We commend Your Excellency's administration for supporting the military to defeat non-state actors through constant procurement of military hardware in attending to our multifaceted, unconventional security challenges. Naseni has observed that the military is the highest user and importer of highly technical equipment in the country. Accordingly, the agency discerned the need to collaborate with the military to study various aspects of their technical needs in order to combine the capabilities of both organizations for national sustainability. Of course, new weapons and state-of-art capabilities must be locally innovated and developed with the intent to counter and disrupt perceived enemy capabilities, as well as shield the nation from unforeseen sanctions and capital flights. Naseni leverages the Nigerian Navy, dockyard, and other facilities to develop the maritime sector of the economy along a 3-pathway, namely continuous development of shipbuilding, construction of oil and gas facilities, and integration of the former within a broad spectrum of indigenous offshore oil and gas exploration. This initiative will ensure that Nigeria takes ownership of its oil resources. During my recent tour of Naval Dockyard in Lagos, I observed that a Nimasa floating dock that was acquired over 3 years ago could not be deployed due to lack of capacity in Nimasa to operate the dock. We view that rather than allow such asset lay waste, the dock will be transferred to the Navy for immediate usage under an agreement with Nimasa and Naseni for the enhancement of maritime industries in Nigeria. Your Excellency, Naseni is ready, and God willing, we will soon provide innovative technology solutions for stopping crude oil theft and bunkering, vandalization of power line and pipelines, as well as surveillance and monitoring devices for our rails, roads, and seaways. Your Excellency, Mr. President, my chairman, you have approved all that we in Naseni have asked from you, And we are resolutely determined and are working to exceed your own expectation and Nigeria's expectation. As we cannot thank you enough, we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to thank you, to protect you, to guide you, to grant you healthy long life, and to grant all your prayers in this and for the next world. Thank you once again, my boss, my chairman, my president. God bless you. God bless Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you all.
Yes, indeed. Celebrating his boss, his chairman, his president. Another round of applause for the executive chairman, chief executive, engineer Professor M.S. Haruna, F.A.E.N.G., F.N.S.C., F.I.E.T., F.N.A.T.E. Well, when you have an MPhil PhD in entrepreneurship technology from the Jomo Kenyatta distinctive reference, you know you're hearing a voice of true change and global representation. Having heard from the voice of Naseni, we have a distinctive outline, not just of the alumnus of Naseni, who, Mr. President, I should state, they have just concluded a 36-day training of Nigerian youth all across the country, and thereby transferring not just knowledge, but the empowerment of a whole new social economy for the fourth industrial revolution of Nigeria to the world. In boasting in Naseni as well, the Naseni transformer, Naseni solar cells and panels, water treatment plant, Naseni rotary furnace, Naseni animal feed pellets, Naseni organic fertilizer, Naseni science kit for primary and junior secondary schools, Naseni science training kit for tertiary institutions, Naseni 3D printing machine. These are just a few, patented, made in Nigeria, and ready for global representation. Mr. President, the 4 innovative laboratories that you just had the opportunity in commissioning the complex named after you, the VML, Virtual Manufacturing Laboratory, the VRL, Virtual Reality Laboratory, the HPC, High Performance Computing Laboratory, and the 4th Revolution Industrial 4.0 Laboratory, all of Naseni 2022 and ready to take on the world. Again, we continue to celebrate all of the distinctive representations here today. Once again, the protocols extended here today, we appreciate the presence again of the Chairman House Committee, Honorable Benila for Science and Technology, also the Chairman House Committee, Science and Research Institutes, the Honorable Olaide Jagaban Akiremi. Would also like to properly acknowledge again the Honorable Minister of Water Resources, Engineer Suleiman Adamu, all of the representation of the board membership here, Naseni Management, Diplomatic Corps, in particular, His Excellency, the Ambassador of Indonesia to Nigeria, Osra Hendra Harahap. Please welcome all of the distinguished representations hereby mentioned. Further protocols we will take at a more convenient time of intervention. Right now, we'd like to invite, representing His Excellency, the Senate President, the person of the distinguished Senator and Chairman of the Senate Committee on Science and Technology, Dr. Mrs. Uche Lillian Equinefe Iyom. Thank you.
Good to see you. Your Excellency, Mr. President, the President of our great nation, His Excellency President Muhammad Buhari, GCFR, my very dear distinguished colleagues from the National Assembly, the Chief of Staff to Mr. President, the honorable ministers present, the Executive Vice Chairman of Naseni and your staff, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I am most delighted to be here on this auspicious occasion of the commissioning of Muhammad Buhari Technology and Innovation Complex by the National Agency for Science and Engineering Infrastructure. This occasion is momentous for being an important installment in our efforts at changing the narrative on the evolution of our capacity for creativity in indigenous productions as a step towards increasing how we are recognized in the world of innovations. It is also a significant phase in self-reliance and productivity and the manner in which our ability and economy can be improved in as many shades as possible towards growth and development of our economy. We are in a world of automation and cumulative application of technologies. This trend has made manual labor to be replaced by machines or the computer, leading to faster paces of doing things and improved quality of life. It is a trend that has also invited many organizations and nations to seek inclusion in the processes, not just as users, but also as participants in the designing, creation, and development processes. We have made concerted efforts in the past in encouraging innovation through funds to relevant agencies and through the training and retraining of responsible personnel in our country. The deliberate efforts of the present administration of our president, President Muhammad Buhari, to boost local content cannot also be overemphasized. What is important at this point is to strive for a sustainability of efforts for the realization of long-term objectives and the benefit of the country and our future generations. Today's event is surely very helpful to the stimulation of the progressions by the provision of an appropriate structure for the management or the administration of endeavors in science and technology inventions. It should be given a better opportunity for synergy and for the flow of activities such that delicate cords of contacts and connections, which might be repetitious, but valuable for continuity, be better accomplished. I am aware that Naseni has recorded many landmark achievements, not just from its headquarters, but also across the entire centers of Naseni in Nigeria. I am also aware of the many plans you have at hand. I am very confident that more successes are ahead, especially with the feat you are recording today. It is against this background that I joined the President and the Commander of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Commander-in-Chief of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammad Buhari, our own president who is seated here with us, in congratulating you as Naseni on the launching of this very innovation center. This should surely be a center for many innovations, where many more feats shall be celebrated. It is on this note that I thank you for the invitation as the Senate President, just as I wish every one of us a successful event. Mr. President, I just read Mr. President of the Senate's remarks, but I want to personally, on behalf of the Senate Committee on Science and Technology, welcome you to this very important event and to state that Naseni is one agency in this country that should be encouraged and supported. I also want to express my appreciation to you for making a very historical visit to Naseni. This has shown that you are very interested on how we can move our country from being a consumption country to a production country. Having said that, Mr. President, I want to put it on record that we're very happy and proud that we are here today to commission this very edifice, and I pray that the foundation that has been laid by the current management of Naseni will go a long way in shaping the economy of this great nation. So I welcome you once again, and I wish you well.
His Excellency, the Senate President, represented by distinguished Senator Ekwunefe, and like she has said, this is a celebration of a very historic and auspicious visit at Naseni. After 31 years, Mr. President's footsteps represent a new beginning for Naseni in the place of a new direction of 4.0, fourth industrial revolution. And that being the resolve of this institutional administration, we would like to properly, at this time, invite none other than the presidential celebrant himself to please, in taking his remarks, give that caveat of reference, of celebration, of distinction for the Naseni here in the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Naseni, with your three bussers, receive His Excellency, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. His Excellency, the President. Mr. President, you have it, Your Excellency.
Thank you very much. Please sit down. Thank you. Representative of the Executive Governor of Nasarawa State, Chairman, Senate and House Committee on Science and Technology, Chief of Staff, Honorable Ministers, FCT and Water Resources, Executive Vice Chairman Naseni, members of Diplomatic Corps, Royal Fathers here present, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. I'm delighted to address this audience of experts from science, engineering, technology, research, and innovation professional communities that have gathered here today to witness the official commissioning of the Muhammadu Buhari Technology and Innovation Complex located here at Naseni headquarters, Abuja. National Agency of Science and Engineering Infrastructure has a long history of establishment and has been in existence for over 30 years now. But the agency has been facing so much challenges that we are mitigating against the realization of our full potential in line with the act that established the agency. However, under my chairmanship, Naseni is undergoing reinvention and transformation to become a technology and innovation hub for our national development. Consequently, we have strategically repositioned Naseni to develop local capacity in machine building and fabrication, which is critical to Nigeria's industrial development. The agency is now empowered through the provision of adequate financial, human, and material resources, and the autonomy and independence to forge international partnerships to acquire the relevant technologies. Naseni is now domesticating foreign technologies and product development through backward integration. The recent attraction of 250 million Czech koruna or 10.5 million United States dollars research and development grant to Nigeria by Naseni is evidence that our transformation is achieving results in building a globally competitive agency. The present administration has invested heavily in diverse infrastructural facilities in the roads, rail, water, and aviation, among other sectors of our national economy. After this administration, the maintenance, resourcing, and sustainability of this critical infrastructure will present a challenge on the medium to long-term basis. But with our deliberate repositioning of NACENI to be at par with other similar agencies of government across the world and optimal performance, we are convinced that the future maintenance and sustainability of our key national infrastructure are assured. New NACENI is undoubtedly among the most important legacy of our administration. It's bequeathing to next government in 2023. Let me emphasize that NACENI, under my watch as chairman, has done well. And lived up to expectation. The agency has invented useful and historic intelligence and defense-related equipment and devices, and has engineered, in collaboration with reputable organizations, armored personnel carrier with advanced features and mine resistance ambush-protected APC, among others. It is currently implementing smart irrigation projects for multi-crop season farming. The National Tractor Recovery, Rehabilitation, and Redeployment Innovation, in collaboration with Nigerian incentive-based risk-sharing system for agricultural lending. The Assembly has 2 helicopters, the world's first made in Nigeria helicopter, and the development of solar cells for 100% solar module production using local raw materials, among our patriotic contribution to Nigerian transition to manufacturing economy. This is one pivotal legacy project of this administration. With this complex and the available facility, the future of our national competitiveness among global economies is promising. We are sure that these advanced science and engineering core facilities will assist our nation in the attainment of African Union's Agenda 2063 and the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals 2030. While appreciating Engineer Professor Mohammed Sana Haruna and the Executive Vice Chairman for exemplary leadership and tireless efforts, I commend you and direct the conferment of Excellent Service Awards on you and a national honor of Officer of the Order of the Federal Republic. Officer of the Order of the Federal Republic, which is to be conferred on you at the last Federal Executive Council of December 2022. It is now my honor to commission the Muhammad Buhari Technology and the Innovation Complex in the Senate's headquarters. Thank you, and God bless the President.
Well, Nasani, I was going to say Christmas has come early, but but let me say Happy New Year. Mr. President, there are no other words. Naseni has said it, and without any question, this Excellent Service Award to the Chief Executive extends to Naseni throughout the agency. Sir, at this point, we'd now like to very quickly announce that immediately after the national anthem, which we shall be taking now, there shall be group photographs on the steps, following which the inspection of the exhibition of the innovative products of Naseni shall extend the rest of the program. We therefore ask everyone to please restrain themselves accordingly. Your boasters can continue, but please remain in situ. At this point, we now invite the national anthem, Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you. Nigeria's call, obey to serve our fatherland with love and strength and faith. The labor of our heroes past shall never be in vain. To serve with heart and might, one nation bound in freedom, peace and unity. One nation bound in freedom, peace and unity. Naseni, congratulations. Ask us first, and you stand in that first position. Please remain seated. Well, thank you. The first group of photographs, the CNC, would be with the delegation and Naseni board. And the second group would be with the delegation, CNC, and management. Thank you. Two sets of photographs. One with Naseni board and the second with Naseni management. Congratulations, Naseni.
All right, now, Your Excellency, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we speak to the things that we not as well. Welcome to Naseni. Congratulations. Thank you.
All right. Okay. Are you ready? Once again, we welcome you to the official commissioning of the Muhammadu Buhari Complex on Science and Innovation. Today's official commissioning marks a very auspicious and historic expression of 4.0, the Fourth Industrial Revolution, Federal Republic of Nigeria. My name is Dio Benjamin's Lani. That the love I've found in this place.
Thank you, ma.
The way they have loved me. I love the way Naseli loves me.
Proud and be given the autonomy and independence to forge international partnerships to acquire the relevant technologies for socio-economic and industrial advancement of the country. I hereby direct Honorable Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning to conclude negotiation and acceptance of 85% funding source for establishment of solar cell production, high voltage testing laboratory, and transformer in collaboration with China Great Wall Industrial Corporation.
The President's various directives and release of funds due to Naseni amongst other things, were in line with his vision for the nation to bequeath a homegrown industrial development and manufacturing capacities to Nigeria so that Nigerian products and services could compete favorably in the international market, and also for the agency to function optimally as enshrined in its establishment law.
It's a marching order to quickly have made in Nigeria helicopter. Technically, we'll be ready in 2 months. But the issue is that even when we design, produce, and fabricated jet engine, as I said, we will not deploy it until it meets all other international regulatory requirements. We are doing all we can, taking into consideration the checklist provided.
These policy directions by His Excellency had since marked a new dawn for Nigeria, and the journey towards technology advancement and innovation, improved manufacturing capacities for the country is back on track. The 10 institutes are the scientific
Hello, everyone. Proud African Roots presents a fun time for children and teenagers across Nigeria and the globe.
Everything you are trying to open. I don't need a torch. I just need that.
You learned a thing or two from showing every Saturday by 9:30 a.m. on NTA network. It is going to be a fun time with Grandma Wura and all the Blue Table Talk with Dave and Jen. Catch you soon.
Sitting is a natural thing to do as humans on a daily basis, whether in the office, at our various businesses, or while commuting from one point to another.
I sit 2 or 3 hours in my office, depending on the job I have on my table.
I do resume work by 9 o'clock, so 9 till 3. Be sitting either you do one patient job to another because we make dentures.
Sometimes when you're in the court, the court starts by 9, and sometimes the session takes up to 3 hours or 4 hours, and you sit through.
During the course of a day's activity, sitting is a must. While sitting itself is not bad, prolonged sitting, experts says, can shorten one's lifespan.
Sitting down makes you sedentary. When you're sedentary, that means that there's very little motion. You may say, after all, you're moving your hands and all that, but the human system is such that movement is supposed to circulate around all parts of the body, the blood system. And so when you are seated for too long, that motion, that circulation of blood is slow. And as it slows, it affects other functions of the body. Your brain, because the blood supply to your head is reduced. You even hear about people stroking in the office. They were seated and they just wanted to stand up and they stroke because blood hasn't circulated sufficiently to the brain. It brings about cramps, arthritis, diabetes, even hypertension. And recently, to our surprise, it brings about mental problems. Because somebody that is sedentary, you're on the computer and you don't socialize, you become antisocial, so you're psychologically affected. So, I mean, the hazards of prolonged sitting cannot be overemphasized. Besides exercising at home before getting to work, while at work, I try, like I said, to be up every 45 minutes. If you look to the left side of my office there, you can see that my intercom, which is supposed to be in most organizations, people have it on their table, on their desk. I don't have mine on my desk, not because I wouldn't want to, but it forces me each time it rings to stand up. If you look around my mobile devices, my telephones, my iPad, you won't find them on my table, except I'm taking a call or maybe attending to a message. Each time it calls for attention, I have to stand up.
Prolonged sitting, especially in a wrong position, can also lead to brain damage, strained neck, back problems, muscle degeneration, hip problems, leg disorder, amongst others.
Well, currently, I try not to exceed 45 minutes. Yeah, because I discovered in the past that prolonged sitting was not very good for my health. Besides what we read and what our doctors tell us, I discovered that my belly was becoming distended, kind of bloated, and I wasn't feeling generally well. At the end of the day, I'll feel fatigued, I'll have leg cramps, and my brain I wasn't alert. But when I now went into a little research with medical advice and adjusted my schedule in such a way that I'm not sedentary for more than 45 minutes. When I mean sedentary, I mean seated. So I ensure that I am up maximum of every 45 minutes.
I don't think this conventional idea of going up and down, doing what you ought to do, stresses one so much. I think sitting down so much can stress one. God gave us all these, legs, hands, and all that to enable us move about, and not to stand or sit still.
It is the desire of everyone to live a healthy and qualitative life. So, if you want to live longer, remember that prolonged sitting is not a status symbol, but a harmful habit.
Did you get to see the way tell him about the post this? Don't forget to send in your messages.
There's a difference between picking, child, and issue. It's actually cool. The idea that is and do more with less people.
We have a better way of addressing these issues, taking care of.
Congratulations, you were able to sign Timo Werner from RB Leipzig.
So you take water before your workout.
People have used that for a little TikTok to do this like
a protest that.
a lot of people don't even have resources.
I'm Cecil, and this is the Medley Show on NTA.
Whether it is a study, a vacation, or a job offer, going somewhere new and foreign is so exciting as a first-timer. It can be overwhelming and confusing, but it must be done right and legally. Get your passport. This is what validates your citizenship of a set country. It comes in 32 and 64 pages. Requirements for a passport include the local government letter of identification, birth certificate or age declaration, a guarantor's form sworn to before a magistrate, parents' letter of consent for minors under 16 years, and marriage certificate where applicable. apply for a visa. A visa is a documented permit to enter a country legally. It could be for study, visit, medical, tourism, and even job offers. You should know that requirements vary from country to country. Depending on your destination, some visa applications will require your bank statements or even medical. Note that this interview might not guarantee approval, especially when certain conditions are not met. You should know that visa fees are non-refundable. Certain routine health checks, tests, and vaccinations are necessary. Some countries require your yellow card, which is a certificate of vaccination showing that a traveler has been immunized against yellow fever. For many countries, a COVID-19 vaccination evidence or a PCR negative test is required. Travel tickets. To have a better planned and convenient trip for first-time travelers, it is advised to have a travel agent help with your booking and other logistics. It is important to go online to check for prohibited travel items, depending on the country you are traveling to. Also, ensure you get basic knowledge about the city like weather, currency conversion, language, transportation, and so on. These are just the basic information you should arm yourself with if you plan to make that trip abroad. Also, ensure you understand and adhere to the country's rules and regulations to avoid stories that touch.
This is the moment we've been waiting. It's time to rise up, do it again. Africa, do your dance now. God, do your winning dance now. So we never lose it again. Africa, rise up. Yes, we gon' rise up. Africa, rise up. Africa, rise up. Yes, we gon' rise up. Africa, rise up.
Agriculture is one of the main economic activities in Nigeria. It is estimated that 57% of households are categorized as agriculture households, as families are either into planting of crops or production of livestock, and sometimes both. It is therefore no surprise that Nigeria ranks 6th worldwide and 1st in Africa in terms of farm output. In many parts of the world today, there is an increasing trend towards what has been termed the feminization of agriculture, which is the increase in women's participation in the agricultural sector, and Nigeria is not left out of this growing trend. Not even in a place like the northern part of the country where such responsibilities do not agree with cultural norms. Times have changed, and feminization of agriculture is embraced as women are taking up new roles in agriculture which were regarded as male roles in the past. Women don't only handle farm tasks such as harvesting, processing, transportation, and marketing of crops. These days, more women are doing the clearing of farmlands, making of heaps and ridges, as well as doing the planting jobs themselves. This has created employment for these women both in rural and urban areas. In this journey, we take a look at the emergence of female farmers in this part of the country. We beam our spotlight on 3 women, their motivation as well as their challenges as they grow farm crops and produce livestock for subsistence as well as wealth creation. Mrs. Adlin is a wife and mother of 3 children. She cultivates yams, sweet potatoes, maize, beans, and groundnuts on 7 plots of land. Yams are typically known to be cultivated by men, partly due to the rigors involved and partly due to cultural beliefs. In some parts of the country, it is a taboo for women to cultivate yams. But for Mrs. Adlin, it is her favorite. The strength and determination she shows when working on her farm is amazing as she does all the farm work herself. Being that it is not the planting season, she harvests some of her crops that are due and tends to her yams, stalking them with stakes, removing weeds and covering them with soil to avoid exposure to the sun. Mrs. Kite, on the other hand, is a mother of 3. She plants fruits, vegetables, cassava, beans, and other crops on about 10 plots of land. A graduate of biochemistry from Kaduna State University, Mrs. Kite also holds a HND in chemistry. And then Mrs. Shinkafi, who is also a wife and mother of 6 children. She holds a certificate in nursing from the School of Nursing and Midwifery in Plateau State, and another certificate in veterinary from the Veterinary Research Institute in VOM, also in Plateau State, and 2,000 chicks to produce more than 80 crates of eggs daily on her farm. Interestingly, she is not only a manager, but she is also the veterinarian on her farm. What attracted these women to agriculture, being a sector a lot of women would ordinarily shy away from?
I have one of my neighbor. I call her mommy. She's in poultry business. Sometimes I used to escort her to her farm. I will look the farm. I will see the way she's packing the egg. Not even the what she will gain inside the poultry. The way she's packing the egg, she will sell the egg. She will tell me, take this egg, take this egg. So if I went to the farm, I will see the farm. I'm very happy if I see the farm. Then I will say, Kai, this is your business. Maybe I will start to. And now ask her that this business, how many do you start with? She told me that she start with 3. See, I discussed with my husband. My husband said to ask how much. We now arrange, we do everything. We see that from that place, from that time, that she told me 300. The time I start, I think it's about 4 months that we arrange everything. Then I'll now put 400 for on this shika. I have been into this poultry business 14 years now. I'm into it 14 years now. Oh, since I say I will do farming, not even the cattle. There is some time that I start with this maize farming, but only that I see I'm a woman, and now you can't trust so many people. So many people, their mind, the way you see them, that is not how their mind is. So I now I say, since this cattle, at least it's just like the bird that I will come and look, I will get some place, I'll put them, then if I check the bird, I'll now go and check the cattle. At least I'm into 2 farming business. At least sometimes, if I pull that kettle, sometimes I will say, maybe if my children is going back to school and their father, the money is not enough to take care of them, will now remove one cattle and sell it and look for their what they will take to school.
What attracted me to agriculture? I've been looking for a job. There's no job for me to do, and I look at it again to farm. I'll be able to have enough. Since I'm not working, even if I'm working, I will need more of agriculture because I will need more of a farm product, my own, so that I will be able to have surplus of it. Instead of going to the market to purchase, I will do a little farming to have enough for my family to be able to eat, and also to be able to give it out to those who I want to give out without calculating how much will I be able to give out and how much is going to remain for my family. But by doing the family, I can have surplus of it to give it out without even thinking twice. Then the one that is remaining, about 80% of it, I sell it out. It is very beautiful, very sweet to have farm product of your own, surplus of it. You don't even manage. I don't even manage when I want to eat or to give out. I don't even manage it.
One of my best when I'm in secondary school is agriculture and mathematics. So I love farming. Like this farm, I'm doing it now. I didn't do it for my mothers. As I just enter Kaduna and I discovered there's a lot of space for person to farm. So I had to start farming. I do with yam. Then I put corn. I do farm sweet potato. I do small groundnut for my children so that they will eat. Then I do ogo for my business. So that's what I'm doing. Yam are so much like yam. You know, we eat a lot of pounded yam. And my children and my husband, their favorite food is yam. And I know the money that my husband spent on yam. So I have to help him. So that will make me to love yam so much. The farm, you know, when you are starting like this, it's a very hard time because there are a lot of things passing, grass, all those things, your body, everything. So the thing is not easy. You know, whatever you have interest on it, you're able to do it well. When you develop your interest that I'm going to do this thing, and you are making effort with prayer, you're able to do it well. So, and I'm struggling, I'm begging God to give me the strength and the grace, and the Lord will be seeing me through. That time I start with 30 from my backyard. From there, even that 30, I'm the one who do the ridges by myself, the hills by myself. When my husband came back for office, he said, "What is this?" I think I can't stay, I'll be sleeping every morning. I can't sleep every morning. In the morning, I have to find something to do it. There's from 400, I continue from 500, 600. From 600, I enter 800. From 800 now, I jump to almost 2,000.
As women who are in an area perceived to be a male territory, how do they cope marrying their responsibilities at home and at the same time tending to their farms? I have to get up early in the morning after preparing the children to go to school. Then I will come to the farm and do a little work. Then when it is afternoon, I'll go back to my house and do what I'll cook for the family. And if I have washing to do, I will do it at that particular time. I will use I'll use one stone to kill two birds at the same time. I'll be washing and I will be cooking at the same time. Then later in the evening, if the children are back from the school, I give them what I want. Then I come back to the farm in the evening and continue with my work.
Perfectly. Like as I'm talking to you now, their food is ready for them. I prepare their food. Immediately they come back for school. I wash even like my smallest baby. I wash his school uniform every day. Immediately just come back. I wash their clothes. Around 10 to 11, if I have not yet finished, I have to finish my housework. I don't have problem. Perfectly.
Honestly, it's not easy. I will not lie to you, it's not easy. Take care of the house at all is not easy. It's not easy. Have feet is feed that I will buy today. I know that today I'm going for my feed direct. I will just go and buy my feed. I know that that day is for feed. I will just go and buy my feed. If I finish buying feed, do everything, I'll just go back to my house and take care of the children. I will know that I'm giving vaccine today. I will finish what I will do in the house. And I don't house help. It's only my children and I. If I drop them in school, I will just go to my farm direct till 3 o'clock. If I pick them from school, I'll go to the home, finish, give them food, finish, I'll take them to Islamic school. After that, I'll now lie down and rest. Sometimes weekend, Saturday or Sunday, if I have anything doing in the farm, I will carry my children, the small one, I will say, oh yeah, let's go to the farm. We'll go to the farm together, we'll walk till evening before we come back.
Female farmers in rural areas, for instance, have the challenge of low farm yield and lack of knowledge to improve it, inability to access funds from financial institutions, and limited access to land and other farm inputs. What is the case with these female farmers springing up in urban areas?
The problem is the problem of land. If government can say, Adlin, go into this plot or this land, go and do your farm there. I don't have enough land. If I have enough land, I will do more than this one. Actually, I'm facing now, I need more land to do my farming. Weeding the grass is a big challenge. Like the first chemical, after you sprayed it by yourself, the second one, you cannot spray chemical. You have to use hoe, weeding the whole thing. Because any yam that they did not plant it well, you have to cover it with sand. As a woman, it's a big challenge for us. Because so everything that you have to be doing, especially in the work of yam, it's not cassava that you just put it. But yam, no, there are a lot of challenges. Like now, very soon, by January, February, we need patience to plant the yam. Like my own now, by God's grace, I cannot get patience from inside because all the yam that we began. So by that January, February, you need money to go immediately, and it's not everybody can say yam that January. You have to keep your yam so that you gain what you farm. You keep your yam till May, June, then you enjoy your farm, your handwork.
During weeding like this, so in order I use my hands to do some of it. Sometimes I have to buy chemicals in order to support me so that the work will not be tedious for me. But at times we find it difficult because lack of finances to buy the chemicals to use it on the farm, because at times you will discover that the chemical sometimes is higher, sometimes is less. So most of the times during rainy season, the chemicals are more expensive for us to buy in the market. So we buy and we also use our own energy to do some of it. Capital, number one. You see that maybe they are dying, you see 10, 15, 20. When you see that one, at least you feel discouraged sometimes. Sometimes you see that 3 months, one day like this, you see that everything will change. You see customer will start calling you, egg, you can't even supply them. So by that time, you just feel encouraged.
According to the Food and Agricultural Organization, women agricultural producers and farmers make up over 50% or more in sub-Saharan Africa, yet only 15% of women involved in agriculture own or rent land. Most frequently, the land available to women is of poorer quality or smaller plots. Although they contribute significantly to the food production basket, women are hardly considered when measures for increased yields are being introduced. What is the Kaduna State government doing to incorporate women into their programs, considering the rate at which female farmers are emerging in the state?
We have this unit in the KDP called Women in Agriculture. But just as it is that there has not been any deliberate effort to provide the strategic plans and policies in place for women to, benefit from government programs. But what I am seeing with the current administration, since there is the focus on diversifying our economy, is that already there's an agricultural gender policy that has been in the draft, but now it has been dusted up and it's been looked into. That policy seeks to, provide an equal playing ground for women where they can access agricultural resources to improve their agricultural production. Number one, it has to do with land. Number two, the funds, because we know for us to produce commercially, to do a fertilizer, the improved seeds, and name them all. So this policy, by the time it is properly put in place and it is funded, will create enough opportunity for women to rise to any position agriculturally.
Food security begins with improved nutrition and sustainable production of food and livestock. Studies show that women are just as efficient as men and would achieve the same yields if they had equal access to productive resources.
My bird, they are on litter, they are on deep litter. So my plan now, and if you check our farm at the back, you can see there is so many space at the back. So in the future now, that space, I want to build that space. I want to build another pen. Then all my pen, I will put cages so that my bird will be into cage, not deep litter, because there is so many diseases that bird can catch in deep litter, the bird in cage that can no catch, and even the number of the egg, the feeding, the waste of the feed, the rest. I started with 500 beds. I started with 500 beds. Now I have 5,500, 3,005 laying bed, then 2,000 chicks, 7 weeks old. In future, at least I should have, like, in the next 5 or 3 years, I should have like 20,000 beds, and all in cage, not deep litter. And the cattle, what I want to do, I want to start this yogurt. I want to start farm fresh yogurt. Then this cattle, if I should start farm fresh, at least I need like 50 female to open farm fresh or yogurt, anything, something like that. I need like 50 female cattle to start, but now I have only 10. I intend to expand. I'm thinking of hectare, not plots. If I have more land to expand, I can expand it. Not even only that, I can even add another crops. I will produce and also export it out.
Don't say that, no, I'm a woman, I cannot farm. Women can do farm more than some men if you have press on it. If you have opportunity of land, make that use of opportunity. Like now, by God's grace, from now till next year, we are not going to buy any yam again. Rather, we sell it, then we help ourselves.
Looking at the number of emerging female farmers, closing the gender gap, and developing suitable agricultural extension programs tailored to female farmers in Kaduna State and the country in general will give a boost to agricultural productivity and output. If these women
computer, iPad, tablet, and phone. Log on to visiontv.co.uk and click on Entertainment, then NTAI. You can also download the iOS or Android app on your mobile devices to watch NTA International on the go, anywhere in the world. NTA International, your window to the world.
For anyone who values financial security and ultimately desires financial freedom, creating at least one additional stream is no longer a luxury, it has become a necessity. Diversifying your income stream is crucial to protect yourself and your family against the unavoidable ups and downs of economic and industry cycles. Because of the financial risk that come from relying on one source of income, such as a job or a business, consider creating at least one or more additional streams to generate cash flow. The benefits of having multiple streams of income include peace of mind because you know there will always be money to spend. Also, you will earn much more than you currently earn from your day's job. Therefore, you will live bigger and better. Your additional income streams can be active, passive, or a combination of the two. Some may pay you for doing something that you love, active, while others can provide income for you without having to do much of anything at all, passive. Here are multiple streams of income opportunities: selling information in hard book format, selling information in the form of downloadable ebooks, making money from referral opportunities, training classes, consulting opportunities, dealership opportunities, design opportunities, manufacturing opportunities, investment opportunities. The list is definitely not exhaustible. To create wealth, you must make investment that will create dependable streams of income flows, independent of your main source of income. The time to act is now. Begin implementing this practice, and before you know it, within months, you can be enjoying the benefits and the financial security and freedom that comes from having multiple streams of income.
And welcome to another amazing edition of Your Weekend.
I'm telling you, oh, it has to be heat, and it has to be steamy, it has to be hot, but we've decided that, somebody has to tell a story that is family oriented.
Welcome to another edition of Talking Movie.
Was everyone ever cared about?
See, when you say pour out, you can't call water. You can't see, you don't excavate water.
This is a #1 program, Gallery.
Do you love to gist or gossip?
It's not it is extremely wrong. I will not take it.
Hello everyone, welcome to another exciting episode of Whip and Grill. Welcome to the slant today, where we say it as it is and we get to enjoy ourselves talking about various things that are happening in our society.
I want to hear more, please. Beyond 6 packs.
Because your job still remains as the man to protect the woman, to project the woman.
You need to do that again.
NTA Tuesday Live, analytical, in-depth, educative, and interactive on national issues, accommodating all sides of opinions.
We as a people have
Following the partial closure of Akbongbo and Eco bridges to motorists by federal government for emergency repair work, the Lagos State Traffic Management Authority, LASMA, and the Federal Road Safety Corps deployed personnel to the affected areas as part of efforts to ensure free flow of traffic around the Akbongbo axis of Lagos Island. Despite the measures, Lagos residents and traders have continued to lament about the closure of the Akbongbo Bridge, saying it is impeding free flow of traffic and subjecting them to untold hardship due to their inability to access places of work and shops freely. Meanwhile, the alternative roads to Lagos Island have not been too helpful, as commuters and motorists have all expressed sadness and frustration over long hours spent navigating the routes. On Panorama today, coming to you live from the Lagos Network Center of the NTA, we will be beaming our searchlight on joint efforts by Federal Road Safety Corps and the Lagos State Traffic Management Authority to ease the gridlock on roads, particularly the Akbongbo and the Eco bridges with Christmas around the corner. How can the alternative roads be more accessible? Is the attitude of motorists to manning the traffic situation in the state helping or aggravating it? These and more are on Panorama Table today. I am Adeola Komiakere. And do not forget that you can follow this news broadcast live on our website at nta.ng/live and on our other social media handles displayed on the screen for updates. President Muhammadu Buhari has directed the nation's armed forces to remain apolitical and continue to operate within the framework of the Constitution towards ensuring the successful conduct of the forthcoming general elections. Declaring open the 2022 Chief of Army Staff Annual Conference in Sokoto, the president said the army, as key element of Nigeria's national power and catalyst for development, must also provide the needed aid to civil authority. State House correspondent Adamu Sambo has the report.
The positive feedback I have been receiving reflects that an appreciable level of stability is being attained across the country.
Acknowledging the tremendous successes achieved by the Nigerian armed forces in the renewed onslaught against insecurity, President Muhammadu Buhari said increased instances of mass surrender by terrorists in particular is an indication of their resilience and resolve to bring lasting peace to the northeast. He lauded the sustained efforts at curtailing the youth restiveness and secessionist struggle in the southeast, as well as banditry in the north central and the northwest regions, which he attributed to intelligence-driven operations and improved synergy amongst the security agencies.
You must therefore maintain the tempo in all theaters and double your efforts in information gathering, as this would greatly assist you to comprehensively defeat all forms of security threat facing the nation. I assure you, we will forever be indebted to the officers and soldiers that paid the supreme price while defending Nigeria.
The president, however, insists on improving human rights obligations during their operations so that the hearts and minds of the people can be won.
It is also imperative for me to state that the Army and the Armed Forces a peaceful environment to enable the successful conduct of the 2023 general elections.
During the conference, with the theme, Building a Professional Nigerian Army for the 21st Century Security Environment, operations of the troops in the various theaters will be reviewed towards evolving enduring strategies for improved performance.
I want to assure Mr.
The Minister of Defense will continue to work with the stakeholders to provide the necessary
stakeholders of the country. Rest assured, Mr. President, for our continued support and collaboration in this direction for us to achieve lasting peace in our dear country.
As part of the ceremony, recognition awards were presented to deserving personalities for impacting positively on the operations of the Nigerian Army. They are Abdul Samad Rabi, Jim on the Sultan of Sokoto, Muhammad Saad Abubakar III. The Sultan used the opportunity
and want to commend you and urge you to go on with your own resolve to ensure a free, fair, and credible elections in 2023. You have always assured us, and we believe you will do what you have promised. We'll give you 100% support and prayers, inshallah.
President Muhammadu Buhari has since returned to Abuja. Adamu Sambo, NTA News.
The Nigerian government has assured the international community of its commitments to champion the cause of aviation safety.
The ongoing ICAO Air Services negotiation event, ICAN 2022, has provided countries with a central meeting place to conduct bilateral and regional air services negotiations, service providers and other stakeholders. In a message through his chief liberalization and public-private partnership initiatives,
I wish to reiterate that my administration will continue to sustain the support being given to the sector in order to attract private sector investment support.
Conversion. The more the skies are open, the more the benefits are here within us in Africa and shared also to the world.
The 5-day event will offer a forum for participants to learn about current industry trends and issues and exchange experiences in addition to the negotiation of agreements. Justin Bemunyi, NTA News.
Key players in the tourism and culture industry have identified the sector as the future of Nigeria. Oyinaya Kaluoka reports.
Nigeria, no doubt, is blessed with rich, diverse tourism potential, which are yet to be exploited. For experts at the 2022 Tourism Roundtable, this huge potential, if tapped, can change the narrative of the economy just like other countries.
We must patronize. But if we goes down, and Nigeria will be better off for it.
Tourism is the single greatest employer of labor in the whole world. Tourism contributes more than even oil as far as our GDP is concerned.
Tourism, hospitality, and the travel industry. The chairman FCT chapter of the Institute for Tourism Professionals of Nigeria called for more training for stakeholders in the industry.
People who are practitioners, who are practicing tourism, they have the right skills, they are empowered, so they deliver to guests who come in. We want to make sure we promote domestic tourism.
The Tourism Roundtable offered opportunity for policymakers, regulators and investors to brainstorm on ways of charting the desired path for a healthy professional practice. Oyinaya Kaluoka, NTA News.
Nigeria is still regarded as the e-waste capital of Africa, with Lagos at the center of it all. As part of ongoing efforts to address the trend, federal government is adopting strategies that will ensure all sectors of the economy fall in line with relevant national environmental regulations on proper disposal and management of e-waste. Jennifer Igwe reports.
Technological development is birthing new innovation rapidly, resulting in more generation of electrical and electronic devices, including used batteries.
Approximately 110,000 tons of used lead-acid batteries are generated in Nigeria annually from the automotive and renewable energy sectors.
To ensure proper disposal, recycling and environmentally sound management of e-waste in Nigeria, federal government is adopting the Extended Producers Responsibility Program and Circular Economy. To ensure all sectors are involved, sensitization and interactive meetings are ongoing.
So in line with the provisions of the National Environmental regulations, all existing facilities are mandated to conduct environmental audit every 3 years, either the industries, production industries, and the banking sectors.
Over 25 e-waste collection centers exist in Lagos under the Extended Producers Responsibility Program. The state is the pilot for the initiative, which is expected to be replicated in all parts of the country. In Lagos, Jennifer Igwe, NTA News.
You're still watching Panorama, reaching you live from the Lagos Network Center of the NTA. Let's take a short break now. More news when we return.
Hear the call of change. Stand up, Nigeria. Change is here and it's going to stay. Change begins with you. Oh, yeah, make we go. Close to let the change begin from within. Look at you, oh, get roller. Change begins with you and me. Change begins with me. Change begins with me. Change begins with me.
Many thanks for staying with us. President Muhammadu Buhari has inaugurated the Technology and Innovation Complex at the National Agency for Science and Engineering Infrastructure NASENI, which the president noted is undergoing global competitiveness. The president also recommended confirmation of Excellent Service Awards on the agency's executive vice chairman. Details of this will be brought to you in subsequent bulletins. There is no relief yet for the motoring public in Lagos State as current episode of fuel scarcity lingers biting harder. Diana Ajale, who monitored the situation around the metropolis, reports that for now it takes more money and longer hours to get the product.
This is not the best of time for motorists and commuters plying the Akbongbon Bridge, particularly this Christmas period, as the bridge will not be open for traffic. Traders and residents lament the closure has left them trekking long distances with an increase in transport fare. Some commuters and commercial bus drivers express sadness that they spend several hours navigating the road while awaiting repairs. They argued that despite the alternative roads provided by the state government, there is no relief in sight.
It's already blocked. All this place, there's nowhere to go. Before we are going, when you go down under the bridge, there's from where you will come back to locate this place. But now the place is already, tailor don't spoil everything.
They are coming in from Idumota. Do you know? They are coming in. So this is the only place, and this is the next place they are pass.
A visit to Akpongbon Bridge shows that the emergency repair work is ongoing, with engineers working round the clock to meet the deadline of May 2023.
We may not even be up to that, but let's just put it, because we are working day and night. Work progress is very fast. As you can see now, we are almost 65% done with the work, and the remaining 35% in less than some weeks will be completed.
Meanwhile, the Lagos state government has assured residents of adequate traffic personnel on the alternative roads to control traffic while waiting for the completion of the bridge. In Lagos, Ruth Ariel Samuel, NTA News.
Lagos residents and traders have lamented the closure of Eko Akpongbo Bridge, saying it is impeding free flow of traffic and subjecting them to untold hardship due to their inability to access places of work and shops freely. Ruth Ariel Samuel again monitored repair works on the bridge. Okay, joining me in the studio to discuss traffic management on Akpongbo axis and Lagos State generally as Christmas is fast approaching is the Public Education Officer, Federal Road Safety Corps, Route Commander Olabisi Shonusi. Welcome.
Good afternoon.
Okay, now it is no longer news that the Akpongbo Bridge will not be open to traffic until May 2023. What is the implication to traders, commuters, and motorists, knowing that the access is a beehive this period?
Well, you know, the repair work on Akpongbo Bridge is very important because of the fire incident that happened recently. And if you also remember that the Minister for Works and Housing visited that same axis this year around May, and where he assessed the level of repair work. And very close to that, we had another fire incident around Ijora. And they had to move again to Ijora section of Eko Bridge, and that is why the repair work had been extended till May 2023. We know that this is going to take a very great toll on traders, motorists, and all that, because the alternative routes, some of them are not really familiar with them. And that's why when the work started, we rolled out some of those alternative routes to be taken. And so at this time, we are only going to plead that people should take those alternative routes, because we had to just wait for that repair work to be completed. And it has to be completed fully so that we don't have a collapse or any part of the bridge falling off at any time. So some of the alternative routes that have been opened for movement is even about Macaulay, the state works, Ministry of Works also had some repair works around those alternative axes, just to make commuting very easy for everyone.
All right, now driving in the state could be hectic with commercial bus drivers engaging in reckless driving. What measures have you deployed to curtail their excesses?
One of it is continuous sensitization and engagements. We are engaging the executives, and we go to parks, we go to garages, and very recently also, you see that the general manager of last month was also along that axis, the Akpongbo axis, to also sensitize commercial vehicles and also traders on the need for them to be more patient at this time and to seek alternatives. So what we are doing continuously is sensitization has to go on.
Yeah, we just hope that the bus drivers, the commercial drivers will adhere to the sensitization campaign.
We hope so too.
Yeah, now, do we even have enough boots on ground to manage the situation, considering that this is about the first time that the bridge won't be in use during the end of the year shopping and festivities?
Of course, we have enough. We are having joint traffic management with all the traffic management agency. It's not FRSC, Federal Road Safety Corps alone. We have LASMA also deploying all their men also to do that. And we have also the Nigerian police joining in traffic management along. And very recently, there was even another given that the enforcement on BRT corridor should be lessened so that it will be open for motorists to also use for that. So those were just the numerous measures that were put in place to ensure that commuting in and around the axis is smooth.
Okay, the BRT
corridor that either before now.
Is that been implemented?
Yes, I think it's a continuous thing, and we're still ensuring that the men also adhere to that instruction, that directive, so that anyone who plies the place is not really apprehended or fined or even penalized for that.
Okay, so we want to say thank you for your time with us on Panorama, trying to enlighten and educate Nigerians what is going on concerning movement around the Akpongbo axis where construction work is ongoing. Thank you, Olabisi Shenube, for your time.
You're welcome.
Sports update is next.
Fakorede Adekalo Nicholas of Rivers State is now the fastest man in Nigeria after he had thrown 7 other athletes to win the 100-meter event at the 21st National Sports Festival in Asaba with a time of 10 minutes 25 seconds. Sunday Olabode of Oyo State with a time of 10 minutes 32 seconds claimed silver, while Mabilo Nicholas of Edo State wins bronze in a time of 10 minutes 34 seconds. In the women's 100-meter event, former African youth champion Tima God Bless from Bayelsa claimed the gold medal title in a time of 11.32 seconds.
Crucial ambition is to go to the Olympics, and I hope God will allow me to do it.
After this race, I'm still working hard to represent Nigeria. By the grace of God, next year I will be appear in the Olympic Games.
To the Athletic Federation of Nigeria, seeing junior athletes coming to dominate at senior level is a sign of good things to come at the next year's All-African Games, as well as the Paris 2024 Olympics.
We are beginning to see that our junior athletes are now becoming champions in the senior category. So it's good for the federation, it's good for the country, and we believe that all African Games next year will be better for the athletics family.
As part of efforts to further popularize the game of tech ball in the country, the game for the first time featured in the National Sports Festival, Delta 2022. Kwara State emerged winner in the women's single as Rashidat Salau beat Gladys Abasi of Team Delta, while Success AK of Edo State claimed the bronze medal.
And that's Panorama for today. Thank you for being a part of it. To be a star, stay connected to the NTA to stand against rape and rapists. I am Adeola Komiakeri. Enjoy the rest of the day.
NTA Tuesday Live, analytical, in-depth, educative, and interactive on national issues, accommodating all sides of opinions.
We as a people have understood that
this is the network service of the NTA. We now join our outside broadcast crew for a live telecast. Please stay tuned.
While we remain standing, may I invite to
Shall we pray? Our gracious and everlasting Father, we thank you very much today, O God. Thank you for the safe arrival of your Son, the governor of our state, His Excellency Yesi Wike. Appreciate all His Majesties who are here present and all our political leaders. We thank you for all of our invitees. We pray, Holy Spirit of God, take preeminence today as your children gathered here today to commence this ceremony of flag up of this road. We pray, oh God, believing that this road will also link other roads, which we believe our great governor, whom you have chosen at a time like this, doing wonders, particularly in Element land, since yesterday to today. God, continue your good works in his life. I pray that you continue with us today as we pray. In the name of God the Father, and of the Son, and of the blessed Holy Spirit. Let everyone say, Amen.
Good morning and very warm welcome to the live transmission of the flag off of construction of Alode One Road and Alode Internal Roads constructed by the Nyesom Wike-led administration. It will be flagged with the special guest of honor as His Excellency Donald Duke, former governor of Cross River State. On behalf of the outside broadcast crew, I say welcome to this live transmission.
South Zone of the People's Democratic Party. Senator Hennikin Lopobri, DSSRS, former Minister for Agriculture and Rural Development. Professor Mrs. Ngozi Adu, DSSRS, running mate of the PDP standard bearer in Rivers State. Ambassador Desmond Akawa, Chairman, People's Democratic Party, Rivers State. Chief Ferdinand Alabrabra, DSSRS, Chairman, Elders Council of the People's Democratic Party in Rivers State. Elder Statesman, the Right Honorable Chibudom Wuche, OFR, former Deputy Speaker, House of Representatives, members of the National and State Assembly, members of the State Executive Council, Your Majesty King Dr. Danderson Douglas Jaja, CFR, JP, DSSRS, JK V, Treaty King, and Amanabo Pobo, Chairman, River State Council of Traditional Rulers, and other traditional rulers here present, elder statesmen, special advisors, chairmen of local government councils here present, permanent secretaries, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the flag off of construction of the Alode One Road and Alode Internal Roads to be constructed by the government of the administration of His Excellency Nyesom Wike, CON, GSSRS, Life Venture, Governor of Rivers State. Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, at this point, may I respectfully invite for the presentation of Kola Nut, His Royal Majesty King Philip Obele, Onair Eleme the 11th.
Your Excellency, Emerokbeta one of Eleme, Emerokbeta one of the entire River State. Your people are here once again to welcome you to your own home. You are the son of this area. Thank you. Nothing, sir. Nothing equals man's love when it comes from the deepest place of his heart. Our dear Excellency, we are here celebrating the flag of our Lord ordinary roots and the internal roots of our Lord. Sir, we are equally here today celebrating your love and kindness to the people of Element, sir. We therefore present this collar to you to show, to confirm to you the exceptional love you have for the people of Eleme. So you are welcome with your entourage. In addition, sir, excuse me, clear the road for me. In addition, sir, on this wonderful road you are constructing for us, there are some food there for you and those that have come here with you to show that you are here in your own home, so that when you go back to your house, you use it to prepare a very good food for them. Our dear Excellency, thank you very much. And once again, you are welcome to your own home. Thank you, sir.
Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, to give the welcome remarks, may I invite the Chairman, Eleme Local Government Area, Chief Obarilomate Olo.
Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of River State, Chief Barrister Yesom Ezewon Wike, CON, GSS ROS, Light Bencher. Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of River State, Dr. Mrs. Ipalibo Harry Banigo, our special guest today, who is no other person than His Excellency Donald Duke, former governor of Cross River State, a man who is tall, literally and figuratively, who has done well for his people. He is an example of development. We thank you, Your Excellency, for bringing him this way today. We want to greet the National Vice Chairman of our party, South-South, Chief Dan Obi, the Chairman of our party, PDP River State, Ambassador Desmond Akao, all other leaders that are here. May I stand on the already established protocol for want of time. Your Excellency, sir, my task here today is very simple: to welcome you and to thank you once again. Welcome, Your Excellency, to the land of Eleme, a land that you so much love. That is why you have made it possible to be here yesterday and today. You can see that the people were not tired. Yesterday they came out in their numbers. Today again they are out because they love you. Your Excellency, you will continue to see this love even beyond your tenure as governor of River State, because you are a good man. Your Excellency, today the people of Eleme have asked me to thank you for the award of honor on their illustrious sons, Senator Olakanwogu, DSS ROS, Honorable Isaac Kamalo, DSS ROS, Honorable Justice Esante Tito, DSS ROS, and our brother Joe Boma, who was given a merit award by the states. I want to thank you also for all the projects that you have done, especially this road that you have come to commission to flag off today. This road is the link between Nchia, the headquarters of the local government, and One, which is the nucleus of the treasure base of this nation. Your Excellency, there are over 200 multinationals in One, but because of the deplorable state of the East-West Road, all the companies are now using this road through the village. But with this road you are about to flag off today, which I know will be completed before the end of your tenure, we have hope that LMA will have some relief from what we have suffered in the past few years. Your Excellency, we can see that you love our people. Your Excellency, I want to thank you once again for the comprehensive secondary school Aleta, which you have proposed. We want to thank you for all the numerous projects you have littered around the LMA local government. Our people have asked me to welcome you and to tell you that we will support you, and we are waiting for you to give us the command where to go, and we will follow. We can lead, we follow. We can lead, we follow. We can lead, we follow. Thank you, and God bless you.
Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, to make a presentation, may I invite the National Association of LMA Students, led by the President, Bisemi Beya.
Your Excellency, the Governor of Rivers State, Chief Barrister Ezebuwan Yeson Wike, Commander of the Niger, Grand Service Star of Rivers State, POS Africa, the Deputy Governor of Rivers State, Dr. Ipalibo Harry Banigo, our special guest of honor, the former Governor of Cross River State, Donald Duke. Please permit me to stand on already established protocols. My name is Besemi Beya, and I am the President of the National Association of LMS Students. Your Excellency, we are on behalf of the leadership and generality of LMS students, we want to welcome you to LMA local government area. And we also want to use, the leadership of the association has deemed it necessary to confer on you an award of excellence and a Patron of Education award for the enormous efforts you have made towards the advancement of education, not just in LMA local government, but in Rivers State at large. And this leadership has also transcended to the local government. And as I speak to you, LMS students have been paid bursary by the local government council, with each student receiving 50,000 naira each. And I am proud to say that this is the first of its kind by any local government in Nigeria. So the students of LMA are happy and proud to identify with this leadership. And as a 400 level law student, I am happy and I'm proud that the governor has attracted a campus of the Nigerian Law School here in Rivers State. Secondly, we are also happy for giving us a world-class College of Medical Sciences for our medical students to school. So please permit me, Mr. Governor, to present this award of excellence to you. Thank you very much.
Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, may I now invite to entertain us the Eleme Women Group.
Why you dey whine me? Why you dey whine me? Why you dey whine nobody say? Oh come on, little body, come on, so. Oh come on, baby. Why you dey whine? Jealousy. I don't care. Hello. I see the pain there. Say you the pain there. See the pain there. The pain there. I see the pain there for body. I see them make them the flesh. I say you the sweet us for belly. I see the pain there. Why you don't want me, oh. Hey. Independent.
Ladies and gentlemen, please can we put our hands together for the LMA Women Group and the dance out? Thank you.
See the pain there, say you the pain there, the sweet I see the pain there, the sweet see the pain there, the sweet the pain there, the sweet
Thank you very much, LMA Women Group. Thank you. Thank you. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please can we put our hands together for them? May I now invite the Dede Dede Ibiri LMA Cultural Group.
Sure. Hey.
Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please can we put our hands together for the Dede Dede Ibiri LMA Group. Thank you very much. The Dede Dede Ibiri LMA Cultural Group. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please can we put our hands together for them? Thank you. Thank you. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please let's put our hands together for them. May I now invite the LMA Wrestling Group. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, while the wrestling contest is taking place, you'd notice that the few gentlemen are approaching the drums and placing their legs on them. Only warriors or those who have won contests, wrestling contests, are qualified to perform such an act. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please can we put our hands together for the wrestling group. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the wrestling group. Thank you. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, may I at this point invite to give the project description the Honorable Commissioner for Works in River State, Judge Kelly D. Alabo, PhD, FNIQS.
No. Your Excellency, Yesom, Ezenwo, Wike, CON, GSSRS, Life Venture, Executive Governor of River State. Your Excellency, the former Governor of Cross River State, a member of the American Bar Association, and a fellow of international studies, Georgetown University, United States of America, our own brother, Donald Duke, CON. Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of River State, Dr. Mrs. Palebo Harry Vanigo. Your Excellencies, may I, by your leave, leverage protocols already very articulately established by the compare. Your Excellency, we are here in Eleme Kingdom. Where we are right now is the Alode Market Square. We chose this location because it is symbolic. Today, we are flagging off two projects. The Alode Internal Road and the Alode One Link Road. This market square serves as a centrum or an intersection point of both projects. Both projects are very symbolic and of very serious economic importance. And I'll discuss that immediately after the project description. The Alode Internal Road is approximately 3 kilometers road, each having an average width, the standard width of 7.3 meters. Of course, with drains on both sides. The Alode Internal Road comprises 11 streets, various streets in Alode community. For the Alode One Road is 7.2 kilometers long. The Alode One Road has a separate width. It has a wider width of 10.3 kilometers. This is designed to accommodate high vehicular traffic and heavy axle load because we have a lot of tankers, lorries, and trailers plying that route. The Alode One Road, apart from being 10.3 meters wide, has drainages of 900 millimeters by 900 millimeter cross-section with wall thickness of 150 millimeters and base thickness of 150 millimeters across the stretch of the road. The road will terminate at what we used to call NAFCON, the NAFCON Road. Today it's called Notore. And so you see that these roads are of strategic importance. Apart from being beneficial to the people of Alode and One communities, yesterday we were at Agbonchia, Ogale, Ebubu Road for the flag off. And we did mention that apart from the enormous benefits that that road will have for the community and for River State, it has also created an alternate route for over 100 companies operating in this area, companies that have contributed in no mean measure to our IGR. In the same vein, the Alode One Road has also provided an alternate route to the ever-busy East-West Road between this place and the One Port. Remember, the Agonchia Road also terminates at the One Port. And so movement of goods and services from the One Port becomes easy. Notore, for instance, just like in Indorama, provides for this country about 330,000 metric tons of ammonia every year and over 500,000 metric tons of granular urea every year. NPK fertilizer is being supplied from Notore and Indorama to all the 36 states of the country, apart from being an export product. And so these roads are of immense importance. Your Excellency, I want to thank you first for the contemplation of these very strategic roads, and secondly, for always loving the people of Eleme Kingdom. Your Excellencies, I want to welcome you to this very special event. God bless you.
Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, to give a remark on behalf of the contractor, SKECC Nigeria Limited, may I invite Liao Yu.
Good morning, the beloved His Excellency, Mr. Oyesam Enziwo Wike, the Governor of River State. The special guest of honor, Mr. Donald Duke, former Governor of Cross River State. The Deputy Governor of River State, Senators and the National Assembly members, members of the State Executive Council, traditional rulers, chairmen and elders of Eleme local government, the Speaker, representatives, House of Assembly, ladies and gentlemen. It is our greatest honor to have your presence at the flag ceremony. We can express more to appreciate His Excellency toward us, SKECC Nigeria Limited, the projects, the construction of Alode Onion Road, and the construction of Alode internal roads in Eleme local government. The projects aim to bring convenience to the citizens in Eleme local government to further build a harmonious community. We cannot arrive at the target without sponsorship for all stakeholders, the contribution from all people, especially the great governance of His Excellency. Also, we would like to use this opportunity to assure you all that we would deliver a sound job to the state. Once again, our deepest appreciation goes to His Excellency, the right leader who has led River State to the right course, who has brought huge development to real estate, who has created prosperity to River State for the past 8 years. May God bless His Excellency. God bless River State. God bless Nigeria. Thank you.
Wiki Brahma, young American Socrates, of a good leader, a very good leader, Jay.
It is quite evident from the crowd gathered here today that the people of Eleme are very, very happy with what is happening here today. The construction of these roads, the Alode internal road and the Alode One road, is very strategic, not only to the community, but to the entire local government and the state at large.
Live Bencher, Governor of River State.
Our special guest of honor, the former governor of Cross River State, one of our great leaders of our party, the Grand Service Star of River State, our dear in-law, Donald Duke. Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of our dear state, the National Vice Chairman, Chief Dan Obi, who one of the awardees of the Single Service Star of River State Saturday last week. The former Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, the Chairman of our party, Ambassador Desmond Akawod, the Single Service Star of River State, Chairman of Elders Council, Chief Ferdinand Alabraba, the Single Service Star, our Sergeant Abuse, the Single Senator Olaka Ogu, Chairman River State Traditional Rulers Council, and Amanabo for Popo, the paramount ruler of Eleme, and members of the Traditional Council, and other traditional rulers from other walks of life in River State. Our dear leaders, I can see the former Chief Whip of Senate, and our people, and some of you I may not be able to see here because the cameraman will not allow us. Chairman of Eleme Local Government Council and members of your council, our dear women who have always treated us since yesterday, and the traditional wrestlers who have also treated us this afternoon. The deputy governorship candidate who was presenting her boss, similarly, Fubara. Other leaders that are here, particularly those from Eleme local government area, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen, Eleme on me away. Eleme on me away. Oh, come on, say. So say. As special guest of honor, let me on behalf of the government and people of the state most sincerely thank you for honoring our invitation. Each time we invite you, in one occasion or the other, you have always honored us. Yes, we agree, you are in-law, you can as well give excuses now being political period, that you have one thing doing across River State, making sure your governorship candidate wins, making sure your House of Reps or Secretary candidates win the election. But each time we invite you, you have always come to identify with you. God is infinite mercy will bless you. Yesterday, when Eleme local government, where we flagged up through our brother and friend, Olusegun Rahman Memiko, who flagged up the Doraba Boncha Ogale Bube Road. Today, General Commissioner of Works said we had to flag off the Alode Oden Road and the Alode internal roads. We're already doing the Woji to Alesa, the refinery road. I said this without mentioning words, that this is the economic hub of the state. And therefore, everything must be done to make sure more economic activities are attracted here. Opening all these roads will of course give the companies the hope that one day the federal government will remember the East-West road. But frankly speaking, we're happy to be here today to the people of Eleme to say we thank you for your support. Since 2015 till now, you have been supporting us. We have never asked for anything. You've never given us any problem. And that is why we say the people you nominate for appointment is key. Not those who always think about their personal pocket. It's important for those who remember that their people, the confidence of their people, the economic life of their people is very key. Some people would have said, sir, now that you are leaving, why not find something for me in my pocket? But rather what their children said, we want you to do some of these roads for us so this place can be open. Particularly, my Commissioner of Finance, whom I hear come from Alode. In life, and I've told people in life, you must give account of the opportunity that God has given to you. Because this opportunity does not come to everybody. And so if you're opportune, you must give account of it. And so the Commissioner of Finance has given an account that while he's in office, at least for first of all his community, Alode, that they have internal roads. So it is key that when he comes home, he will tell people of Alode, it was in my time that government did all these internal roads. And again, all the other of your children who are leaders in their own way, Senator Laka, Marcus Nle, Ejo, Fred, Shai, all of them, party chairman, council chair, all of them. And Baby Ababe, when he was in politics, now he's a traditional ruler. All of them. I mean, I cannot name all of them. But have come together to bring development. And that is what they call dividend of democracy. So when they come now to talk to you, obviously, you will listen to them. Because now they have not disappointed you. That likelihood they will not disappoint you tomorrow. It is not people whom are here. They had an appointment from federal government. They went to Holland. They stayed in Holland. Nothing came out of Holland. They stayed here. Nothing came out of here. Do you want that kind of representative? Do you want somebody that will give ambassador, he won't bring anything home? Do you want somebody that said, I belong to federal government, he won't bring anything home? Do you want somebody that said, oh, I'm very close to a minister, will not bring anything home? Even the smallest gauge, you don't bring. You bring her here. So it is important. Ojin Goffa, who say he want to run for Senate, which Senate is he going to run? The Senate of Holland or here? Is the Senate of Holland or here? People should tell him to go out to Holland. This Senate is for those who remember Eleme. It's not true. Those who work for Eleme, is it not? Senator Baron Pigi will work for Eleme people. Of course, they know. APC in the state, no. There's no way. There's no way. Did you benefit anything from them? Look at the only support we have. Employing our own youths. We had a minister, Oji was the ambassador. What happened? They killed it, not so. They killed it. Where our young boys go and get something to feed daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly. They killed it. And now you want us to support them. Will you waste your time? Will you waste your time? All the PDP senators in Rivers State, all the previous assembly members in Rivers State, and the governorship and deputy governorship candidates in Rivers State, any more people will give them support. Not be so. Not be so. At the appropriate time, we'll talk the other one. We will come home and sit down with you and say, you do for me, I do for you. So, if I didn't do road in the element, if I didn't give you any project while I was the governor, now I'm leaving. I come and tell you, vote for PDP here. Will you vote? Will you vote? Look at how all of you have come and since yesterday and today. Not sure. If you don't like me, I will like you. Woman and man, we saying I love, love, love. If something know they love go there. Love go there. So I thank God this man call the man for me. Call the man for me. I thank God you hear English. This is the first time I see people hear somebody speaking English. Let me tell you, I'm not interested where you're for water power, you're not for water power. This job is 6 months. The money I paid you, the mobilization, we're paying you money again this next week. You have to finish this job. If you like, go and bring your superpower. No superpower here. Do you understand me? So don't tell me, and we don't do variation here. Do you understand me? I thank God to say you understand. So make sure I'm going to commission these roads before I leave May 29, 2023. I'm not going to leave anything for my successor. Let him start with his own problem. Let me go with my own problem. Everybody carry a problem and go. Luckily, the deputy is here. So don't say, oh, the man left so many problems for us. I don't leave any problem for now. Any problem I want to see that I'm going to solve. Me, I solve my own now. Right? And we'll go. And I need to ever talk small like this. So I thank element people and to assure you that before I leave, I'll still come back to element. We'll sit down and discuss one-on-one. Do you understand me? Do you understand me? You see, this game, we are doing the theory aspect. We'll do the practical aspect later. That time we'll sit down. People talk to people, people understand. People talk to people. That is when we will talk that way. It's not now. This is a television show. That one will come. And then when I talk to element people will hear. No, so. And when element people talk to me, I will understand too. On that basis, I want to call our special guest of honor, the man who has developed Cross River State. When we thought that before Cross River State, one of those European countries, and we don't know what happened again. Sorry, I don't know what happened. I don't know how water take enter melon.
These state assemblies, your majesties, royal highnesses, and distinguished ladies and gentlemen, community leaders. Your Excellency, let me thank you before I go into the body of this event. Let me thank you. I haven't had the opportunity to formally thank you for finding my wife and I worthy of the honor that this state has bestowed on us through your benevolence. I thank you very much. Over the weekend, I was honored with the Grand Service Star of River State, and my wife with the Distinguished Service Star of River State. We're both feel very elated by this recognition. Many years ago, I got an honor, Commander of the Order of the Niger. I hardly used it, but looking at the program today and seeing GSSRS after my name, I'm encouraged. I like it. I saw yours. I liked it. I don't know what POS is, but I'll find it and I'll add it too. And you know, the beauty of yours is POS Africa. Well, I can start with POS West Africa, then I'll get to Africa, but I'll get there someday. So again, I thank you very much. On our way here, we saw the crowd out of the bus with smiles and happiness and joy on their faces to receive and welcome us to this occasion. And I mentioned to you that you can't buy that smile. You can't buy the joy being expressed. And we came to the agreement that the best politics is very simple. Do the right thing. Our people are not asking, take them to space. Just make life worthy for them. That's all. There is no state, perhaps no government in Africa that I know, where literally day in, day out, there is something to celebrate except this one. And I don't take this lightly. And I say it with all sense of responsibility. Most states have abdicated governance to politics now. Now, in your state, in this state, River State, where I think this is the hotbed, the crux of politics in Nigeria today, you have not allowed that to digress you from your primary responsibility, which is governance. Perhaps your biggest challenge is to find people to come and flag off or commission one project or the other. I can imagine the amount of, the calculus that goes in, who do I call this time? Because you said to me on our way here that for the next 23 days, you'll be flagging off or commissioning one project or the other. That is not the norm in our society, particularly when you're winding down. In my time, when I was winding down 6 months before I left office, I ceased doing anything new. I didn't want, like you, I didn't want to leave any problems for my successor. The only difference is that our pockets were different. I had a small pocket, that secret pocket you have on the side here, that is I don't know if they still make trousers like that, but you have a pocket where you hide money, right? And the deep pockets. But you see, that's not the point. The point is not the depth of your pocket. The point is the heart that you put into that pocket. Every day, day in and day out, for the next 23 days, you're going to be doing something. And that's not going to take you away from the politics because you are thick in it. You've stood forth for what is right and what is objective. The beauty of Governor Wike, and this is not, I'm going to conclude this soon. The beauty of Governor Wike is you cannot be indifferent to him. You're either for or against. But in being for or against, you judge yourself. It's very simple. If you're for him, you judge yourself. It tells the nature of person that you are. If you're against him, you also judge yourself because it tells the nature of person that you are. But you cannot be indifferent to him. Even your worst critics cannot take this away from you. You have brought development to your state. You have become the standard upon which others will be judged. I also remarked in the bus coming here that perhaps in the last 5 to 10 years, the population of this part of the state has increased by at least 25%. And you can imagine if the amount of infrastructure you're putting in were not there, this will be one of the most unlivable places in Nigeria today. So my friends, my brothers, my sisters here, do not take this for granted. Do not take this for granted. If he didn't do it, you see, what the eyes don't see, the heart don't grieve. If you didn't see it, you probably won't, you take it as normal, well, government come and go. But no, he's saying that this is your entitlement, so I'm going to give it to you. I would like all of us to give a big round of applause to the government of Governor Nyesom Wike. Yeah, I'm sure you would. I'm sure you would miss him. But I also believe that he has set the challenge for his successor. So his successor would, riding on the back and learning the tutelage he has gathered from him, he would strive to do better. We always hope and pray that those that come after us better us. That is a prayer of a responsible person. I know of a gentleman who once prayed that whatever he has not achieved in his life, let those coming after him, including his children, never see it, never achieve it. And that was the end of his family. The family broke up. It will not happen in this state. Eleme One. For those who know the industrial base of this nation, those two towns are critical. Critical. One has a port. Here you have the fertilizer. You have also the Ndorama also. Ndorama does whatever they do. Now, that was formerly in AFCON. And but the important thing is that it is sad to say or see that this was the infrastructure that led to such monumental investments, such critical. And there is a gap in this country. In Lagos, the critical ports of Tinkan and Apapa, there are literally no roads leading to them. To get to Apapa port, the bridge cannot take the traffic. It could take you hours to get there. So unfortunately, there's a complete disregard for the critical sectors of our economy. That you cannot, really, this should be a national concern. You can't cut your nose to spite your face. This is what Nigeria does all the time. Forget the politics, forget what party is leading, forget who the governor is. But you get massive revenues from the investments that are in these areas, and you ignore evacuation. There's another one going on now. I once said, look, there's a gridlock in this country. You're building what perhaps may be the largest petrochemical plant in Africa, the refinery going on in Lagos. 650,000 barrels of oil a day. How are you going to evacuate all that? Where are the roads? Where's the linkage with the ports? Where is the rail linkage? It's almost impossible. There's a new problem that is going to that will come about as a result of that investment, because we don't think comprehensively about investment. It's okay putting the investment there, but we must also address how to get the products out. So there's a challenge. This administration in Rivers State is not waiting for succor from the federal government. They're taking the bull by the horns. And in so doing, if you take the bull by the horns, you're bound to get a result. Either you or the bull, but there'll be a result. In so doing, they are opening up the space and also inviting others to invest in this area. And if this goes on, this state perhaps, in the near future, will be the industrial hotbed of all of Nigeria. And that's my prayer here. So I would like all of us to salute the courage it has taken for the administration in Rivers State to do what they are doing. You see, when you look at the contractors, it's not buoyed by sentiments or my friend this and that. You could hear him address the contractor for this project, SKCC or something. The roads, the bridges, the best contractors in town, because the administration does not want to compromise. There are many folks, if you will ask today, a man who can't probably build a Bailey Bridge, would you do a bridge? Oh, so of course I'll do the bridge. What you get after may not be what you thought, but there's no compromise. I would mobilize you adequately. You would finish this project on time and within budget. In an administration, to build 12 bridges is unheard of. It's unheard of. So again, I ask, let us not take this for granted. If each state had done something to the extent at which they can, and this state is not the richest state in Nigeria. There are states that get a lot more, but you can't see it. You have to really strain your eyes to see what they have done with their resources. I think I speak on behalf of all of us here. Your Excellency, you're the Deputy Governor. I want to say congratulations. I don't know if I'll have another forum to say to you, congratulations for the work you have done. You have given your heart and soul to this state. When you are in a position like this, you're guided by one thing, not by the accolades and applause you get from people, not by the editorials from the newspapers or social media. You're guided by your conscience. That's the only thing you report to. When you go to bed, you ask yourself, have I done all that I could do? Can I go to bed in good conscience saying that I did what was right before the sight of my Lord? From my point of view, I think you should be a very happy man. A very, very happy man. You came, you saw, and you did what ought to be done. And so again, I want to say congratulations to you, your team, the State Executive Council, the State House of Assembly, the harmony that exists between the arms of government in this state. I want to congratulate you. And I hope that those coming after you, not only in this state, but in others, will take a peep and say, look, this is the way to go. Because the saddest thing that can happen to anyone, having had the opportunity to govern a state, is to say, I had wanted to. To me, that's a mark of failure. You had 8 years. What do you mean you had wanted to? You had more than enough time to plan it all and do what had to be done. Not I had wanted to. Nobody's going to judge you by what you wanted to do. They'll judge you by what you did. So again, I congratulate you. Till the 29th of May, you will be working. Then at noon, you shall rest. May God bless you. Thank you.
That was the special guest of honor at this event and former governor of Cross River State, Donald Duke, commending the infrastructure development of His Excellency Governor Nyesom Wike in River State. He has commended him for taking the bull by the horns to do exceptional for the state. The construction of the Alode One Road is very strategic. That 7.2 kilometer road leads to very important places in River State. It leads to the Noture, the former Navcon company. It also leads to the One Port. It leads to several other companies, measuring over 200 companies resident in that area. The over 3 kilometer along the internal roads will also that is the official flag of the roads by the special guest of honor, former governor of Cross River State, Donald Duke. Other community is host to several multinational companies in the state. We also have the Eleme Petrochemical, now Indorama. We have Noture, former NAFCOM. We have 2 refineries situated in this area and several other companies at the One and oil and gas free zone. Unfortunately, many of these roads are in a sorry state, prompting workers and other non-indigenous to find. Where we draw the curtain on this flag off occasion of the flag off of the construction of Alode One and Alode internal roads. On behalf of the outside broadcast crew, I am Emmanuel Lene saying good afternoon.
What is happening? Your eyes are red. You are armed with a machete and a gun. See, I am angry and I can't.
We now join our outside broadcast crew for a live telecast. Please stay tuned.
Jajiya! Jajiya! To jama'a lokaci yayi da za mu fara waɗannan shirye-shirye a daidai wannan lokaci. Kasancewar ɗan takarar kujerar majalisar tarayya mawakiltar ƙaura da birnin Magaji, Honorable Aminu Sanin Jaji ya riga ya iso da dukkan 'yan tawagarsa. Ba tare da bata lokaci ba, yanzu da ya zanna za mu ci gaban tsarin shirye-shiryen da na tara ma wannan wuri, musamman wannan lokaci da za a gabatar da waɗannan jawabai a wannan wuri a gaba yadda aka tsara. Alhamdulillahi, kamar yadda ake ji, kai, masu to dole saurara, a saurara, a saurara. A saurara, jama'a da Allah muna saurara. Muna gayyatar ciyaman na APC na ƙauyen local government. Mai girma shugaban jami'ar APC na ƙauyen na mara local. Zo kai mana karatu. Zo kai mana bude tare da addu'a. To. Jama'a da Allah saurara masu kiɗi. To ci gaba. Za mu yi karatu alƙur'ani.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وإذا قرئ القرآن فاستمعوا له وأنصتوا لعلكم ترحمون بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم آمن الرسول بما أنزل إليه من ربه والمؤمنون كلنا آمن بالله وملائكته وكتبه ورسله لا نفرق بين أحد من رسله وقالوا سمعنا وأطعنا غفرانك ربنا وإليك المصير لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها لها ما كسبت وعليها ما اكتسبت ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا وخطأنا ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إصرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يقول وسلام المرسلين لله رب العالمين.
الله أكبر.
House of Representative candidate for Kaunamuda Magaji Federal Constituency in Zamfara State, Honorable Aminu Sadi Jaji. We are live reaching you from Namuda Stadium, venue of the event. The candidate and members of his entourage have already arrived at the venue and the event has commenced. Stay tuned as we bring you details of the event as it unfolds. Now, the Chief Imam of Namuda Jumad Mosque is to lead us in the opening prayer.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا ربنا يا خالق العوالم كل بيننا وبين كل ظالم وجزل لكل من إلينا حسنا وجازه أن الجزاء الحسنة اللهم ارفع عنا الجهد والجوع والأريا واكشف عنا من البلاء واكشف غيرك اللهم صل صلاة كاملة وسلم سلاما تاما على سيدنا محمد الذي تنهى الحج وتنفرج به الكرب وتقلع به الهوائج وتنال به الرغائب وصل الهواتم ويسس على جمامه بوجهه الكريم وفي على آله في كل نفس ولمات بعد كل معلوم لك سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.
To da wannan za mu gayyato Alhaji Sule Gaba ke shugaban jami'ar APC na ƙasar hukumar mulkin ƙauren na mota domin ya zo ya yi jawabin bara ba. Alhaji, to bismillah kai. Zo ka zo jawabi to. Dama APC a ƙasa, bare ana kallon.
Za mu gayyaci shugaban babban kwamiti na lawabi makama. Alhaji Muhammadu Umar Wamban birnin Magaji, shugaban babban kwamiti na wannan gangami domin ya gabatar da jawabinsa. Muna gayyato Alhaji Muhammadu Umar Wamban birnin Magaji, shugaban wannan kwamiti na yakin gangamin zaɓe domin ya gabatar da jawabinsa. Mai girma ciyaman na kwamiti bismillah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وصلى الله على نبي الكريم APC APC نصر نصر Nigeria! 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 Zamfara! Zamfara! Zamfara tarewa! Zamfara tarewa! Karan namo da binnin Magaji! Karan namo da binnin Magaji! Karan namo da birnin Magaji! Alhamdulillah! Ina so in yi amfani da wannan dama in miƙa godiyata ta musamman ga Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanda ya bamu wannan dama muka shirya wannan gagarumin taro wanda aka bamu haɗin kai cikin wannan yanki namu. Ina ƙara miƙa godiyata ga Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanda ga dukkan
damu ba wai wannan yanki ba gaba ɗaya tamu mun yi kira a amsa jama'a na sani kun sani har da muka zo talla wanda ya daga ɗan takararmu na ƙaunar da magaji zuwa matsayin ɗan majalisa ya nuna ya samu karɓuwa a wannan yanki namu ya nuna ya samu karɓa a wannan jiha tamu abinda muka Allah godiya alheri Allah ba su ikon ci gaba da kawo mu da abubuwa na alheri a wannan yanki namu a wannan jiha tamu a ƙasar Najeriya baki ɗaya ina so in ƙara amfani da wannan dama ni kira da mutanen cewa don Allah don annabi mu bi ɗaya zauna lafiya wannan taro ya nuna cewa wannan yanki namu muna cikin ƙoshin zaman lafiya alhamdulillah alhamdulillah ina godiya Allah ya saka mu kowa da alheri wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
That was the chairman then committee for the event, Alhaji Muhammad Umar Birnin Magaji, with the address of welcome. He expressed gratitude to the Almighty Allah for making the manifestation of the level of acceptance of their candidate by people of the constituency.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Muna godiya musamman da madaukakin sarki Allah ya kawo ma ƙaurin na motar zan ƙarƙashin jagorancin wannan dan takara namu wanda sani jajiya. Dukkan shugabanni dattijai na jam'iyyar APC a matakin wannan jiha da nan kuma Allah da iko ne ya riga ya kafa ta kuma na fatat Allah su tabbatar mana haka ranar zaɓe mun riga mun ga abin da muke bukata ƙarƙashin jagorancin wannan ɗan takara namu muna neman kowane mutum ya kasance wannan layi wanda muna bukata dukkan yan takarar da gare mu su tabbatar sun yi aiki tukuru mun samu gamsuwa da godiya ga madaukakin sarki Allah. Allah ya shigo da muna tsarin zaɓe lafiya. Allah ya albarkaci wannan ɗan takara kuma abin da muke gani babu abin da mu cewa illa alhamdulillah alhamdulillah. Allah ya tabbatar da alkhairi. Alhamdulillah rabbil alamin. Bismillah. Ta da wannan sama ga ci mai girma jagora wannan siyasa ta wannan yanki kuma tsohon gwamnan jihar Zamfara His Excellency Alhaji Mahmud Aliyu Shinkafi Dalla tun Zamfara domin ya gabatar da jawabinsa. Your Excellency sir. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن.
Now the former governor of Zamfara State, Alhaji Mahmud Aliyu Shinkafi, is on the stage, is presenting his speech. It is important to note that Auranamoda is the headquarters of Zamfara North Senatorial District, which is the second largest senatorial zone in the state. The senatorial district has produced a number of prominent politicians, such as a one-time vice presidential candidate of the defunct All People's Party APP-led Umaru Aliyu Shinkafi, former governor of the state, Alhaji Mahmud Aliyu Shinkafi, former military administrator of Nasarawa State, and one-time Minister of Environment, Colonel Balamande, among others. Now, the former governor of the state, Mahmud Aliyu Shinkafi, delivering his speech.
Rams na Kaurana Moda da birnin Bagashi. Muna godiya ga Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ga wannan irin gagarumin taro da aka kira jama'a suka zo. Kamar da ni ce ranar Lahadi wannan jam'iyya tamu ta APC duk da aka yi taro ana ƙara samun mutane masu kira masu ansa kiran da ake yi da goyon baya ga wannan jam'iyya na zaɓen duk ɗan takarar da aka tsayar tun daga sama har ƙasa, tun daga presidential candidate Bola Ahmed Tinubu zuwa ga Gora Matole Maradun da sanatocinmu guda uku Sabia'u da Abdulaziz Yau da kuma Kabiru Marafa da kuma duka 'yan majalisar ramu na da aka tsayar da kuma 'yan majalisa na jiha. Mutanen Zamfara muna godiya gare ku ga irin wannan ansa kira da kuke yi. Wannan taro da aka yi ba ƙaramin taro ba ne wanda ya nuna mutane na tare da jam'iyyar mu ta APC. Abin da ya sa mutanen da ke kai yanzu mutane ne waɗanda aka sani, ba sababbin mutane ne ba, waɗanda aka sani ne, kuma insha Allah waɗanda aka sani ana tare da su. An sa abin da aka yi da za a ci gaba da yin shi na gina ƙasa da al'umma a wannan jiha tamu ta Zamfara insha Allah. Abu da mutane ke gani ina kiran ku a tsaya ga wannan jam'iyya ta APC shine abin da wannan jam'iyya ta yi a ƙasar nan. Mai girma shugaban ƙasar Najeriya Muhammadu Buhari ya yi aiki kwarai a wannan ƙasa. Ya yi investing wanda da ikon Allah investment ɗin da ya yi an fara samun gajiyar shi. Kuna gani a nan arewa ma an samu mai bisa ƙoƙarin da ya yi. Najeriya za ta ci gaba samun kuɗi. Kana wurin communication wannan wayoyi da ake yi kudin da ake samu wajen communication ma'aikatar fantami ya mafi abin da ake samu ga fetur yanzu. Saboda haka mutane su tsaya gajiyar da shugaban ƙasa yi ana samu za a shiga da insha Allahu. Kana ga pipe da ake jawowa daga kudu zuwa nan har aljanna za a kashi. Najeriya za ta samu kuɗi da yawa insha Allahu. Fadan da ake yi da Rasha da Ukraine ya sa ana neman gas, kuma yanzu Najeriya za ta competing da Rasha ba ƙananan kuɗi za a samu ba. Ga kuma jirgin ƙasa kuma da haraji da ake samu wanda ake karɓa ya koyo shi. To ƙoƙarin da aka yi ba za mu bari wasu su zo su gaji abinda shugaban ƙasan bai ba, saboda haka ina kiran ku APC ita za ta gabi APC insha Allahu. Wannan dan takara Aminu Sani Jaji muna godiya gare shi irin kokarin da yake yi, ya yi an gani kuma zai zo ya ci gaba da abin da saba da alheri da taimaka ma ƙasa da al'umma. Allah ya taimake mu, muna godiya gare ku dukanku da ku da iyalanku dan da za a zaɓe presidential a zo tun da ƙasa sama tun da sama ƙasa a zaɓi jam'iyyar APC insha Allahu. APC! 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 Muna godiya Allah ya ba mu nasara.
That was the former governor of Zamfara State, Alhaji Mahmoud Ali Shinkafi, with his remarks. He said Zamfara is known for political unity since in 1999, expressing confidence that it is not going to be different this time around. He spoke on the achievements of the APC administration under President Muhammadu Buhari, especially in oil, communication, and transport sectors. He enjoined people of the state and indeed the country as a whole to vote for all APC candidates during the next year's election so that